Behind-the-scenes truth. What really happened between Chang Wook and Hyun on Suspicious Partner? K-drama Haven family. There are dramas that make us laugh. There are dramas that make us cry. And then, there are dramas that change the way we look at love forever. In 2017, the world tuned in for a legal rom-com called Suspicious Partner. But what unfolded wasn't just another K-drama. It was the birth of a phenomenon. Because when Chang Wook and Hyun stood on set together, something happened. Something fans could feel but never fully explain. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. This is the behind-the-scenes truth. What really happened between Chang Wook and Hyun on Suspicious Partner? Hit that subscribe button because this is one story you won't forget. The beginning of a partnership. When casting was first announced, the industry buzzed with curiosity. Chang Wook, the established star, known for his charisma and intensity. Hyun, the young actress stepping into a leading lady role, carrying both talent and innocence in equal measure. No one knew if the pairing would work. Some even doubted. But the moment the cameras rolled, everything changed. From their first table read, whispers began. Staff members noticed how naturally their lines flowed. How they locked eyes even when they weren't supposed to. How Chang Wook would lean forward, listening intently whenever Hyun spoke. One crew member later admitted, "It didn't feel like they were acting. It felt like we were eavesdropping on two people who were falling in love." The famous chemistry, real or just acting? By the second week of filming, it wasn't just the drama's plot that had people talking. It was their chemistry. The laughter, the stolen glances, the banter that seemed too natural to be scripted. But what fans didn't know then was this. Much of that chemistry wasn't in the script. During breaks, Chang Wook and Hyun would chat endlessly, joking about their characters, playfully teasing each other, and sometimes improvising lines that ended up in the final cut. One insider confessed, some of the best scenes weren't planned. They just happened because Chang Wook and Hyun couldn't help it. They made each other laugh, they made each other comfortable. The cameras just captured what was already there. The kiss scene that changed everything. Of course, we can't talk about Suspicious Partner without mentioning the kiss scenes. The legendary moments that fans still replay to this day. There's one in particular, that rooftop kiss. The one that made social media explode. On screen it looked perfect, passionate, tender, unforgettable. But behind the scenes, here's what really happened. The director gave them the setup. And then, instead of dictating every movement, he simply said, "Just feel it." What followed was completely unscripted. Every touch, every pause, every glance before their lips met. All of it was Chang Wook and Hyun. Following their instincts. The crew was stunned. When the director yelled, "Cut," the entire set was silent. Then applause broke out. One cameraman later revealed, "We forgot we were filming. It felt like we had just witnessed something real." Chang Wook's protectiveness. But it wasn't just the romance scenes. Behind the camera, Chang Wook showed a side of himself that fans rarely saw. He was protective of Hyun. When scenes dragged late into the night, he made sure she had water, snacks, even a jacket if the air turned cold. When action sequences required multiple takes, he'd step in to help her rehearse until she felt confident. At one point, Hyun stumbled slightly during a chase scene, and without hesitation, Chang Wook caught her. The cameras weren't rolling. It wasn't part of the script. But his instinct was to make sure she was safe. The crew noticed. The fans noticed too. In the way she seemed so relaxed around him. In the way she trusted him completely. The laughter that never ended. If you ask the staff what they remember most about filming, it isn't the heavy emotions. It's the laughter. Chang Wook, known for his professionalism, couldn't stop laughing whenever Hyun teased him between takes. Hyun, known for her sweet nature, often burst into giggles whenever Chang Wook improvised funny expressions. They weren't just co-stars. They were friends. Friends who made long filming days feel like play. One crew member shared. It felt like watching two college students falling in love while pretending to act. Fans saw through it all. And here's the truth, K-drama Haven family. Fans aren't blind. You can't fake connection. And Chong Wook and Nam Ji-hyun's bond was too powerful to be hidden behind scripts or stage directions. That's why fans across the world started calling them the GG couple. That's why even today, 8 years later, people are still asking, was it just acting? Or was it something more? Because deep down we all know there was something behind the scenes that went beyond the cameras. The truth that lives on. So what really happened on the set of Suspicious Partner? The truth is this. Chong Wook and Nam Ji-hyun gave us more than just a drama. They gave us authenticity. Every laugh, every kiss, every moment that made our hearts race. Wasn't just acting. It was two people connecting in a way that can't be rehearsed. And that's why their legacy lives on. Because no matter how much time passes, fans will always remember the truth. On the set of Suspicious Partner, Chong Wook and Nam Ji-hyun didn't just play lovers. For a moment, they were lovers. The eyes don't lie. From the very beginning, fans noticed something unusual. When Chong Wook looked at Nam Ji-hyun, it wasn't the look of an actor at his co-star. It was softer, warmer, almost like he forgot there were cameras watching. And Nam Ji-hyun, her gaze lingered too. Not in the way a script demanded. But in the way someone looks when they genuinely enjoy being near another person. One fan said. The way he looked at her during breaks, it wasn't colleague to colleague. It was like he was memorizing her face. On set, the little glances fans froze in time. During filming, cameras weren't always rolling on them. But behind-the-scenes photos, they told a different story. At the courtroom scene, while crew adjusted lighting, Chong Wook kept looking toward Nam Ji-hyun even though she wasn't speaking. Fans caught the moment on camera. His eyes, his smile, the way he seemed completely absorbed. At the lunch break clip, in one behind-the-scenes video, Nam Ji-hyun is laughing with staff. Chong Wook sits across the room. But his eyes never leave her. Fans replayed it hundreds of times, commenting, "That's not acting. That's admiration." At the blooper reel, when Nam Ji-hyun burst into giggles mid-scene, Chong Wook didn't just laugh. He looked at her with that kind of gaze that says, "You're the reason this job feels fun." The interview that gave it away. Later, during press promotions, both actors sat side by side for interviews. Nam Ji-hyun was speaking, answering a light-hearted question. And while fans listened to her words, others noticed something else. Chong Wook wasn't looking at the interviewer. He wasn't looking at the camera. He was looking only at her. With a smile that lingered just a little too long. With eyes that shone in a way that no script could ever demand. Fans flooded YouTube comments with things like, "The way he looks at her, that's not acting. He doesn't even realize he's doing it." Chong Wook's eyes already told the story. Fans as detectives. And this is the part that makes it unforgettable. The fans never let it go. Every secret glance was screenshotted. Every behind-the-scenes clip was slowed down. Every interview was analyzed frame by frame. And across the world, a truth began to spread. They weren't just acting. Because glances like that, they can't be rehearsed. They can't be faked. They come from the heart. The legacy of the glances. So what do these secret glances mean? Maybe it was admiration. Maybe it was friendship. Maybe, just maybe, it was something deeper. But one thing is certain, K-drama Haven family. The looks Chong Wook and Nam Ji-hyun shared told us more than any line of dialogue ever could. And that's why, years later, fans are still replaying those moments. Still zooming in on those glances. Still believing in the unspoken story between them. Because sometimes, love isn't in the words. It's in the eyes. And the eyes of Chong Wook and Nam Ji-hyun said everything. K-drama Haven family, did you notice those glances too? Do you believe they revealed more than the drama ever let on? Drop your thoughts in the comments because one thing is certain. These secret glances weren't just moments. They were history. And as always, like, share, and subscribe for more stories of love, legacy, and the untold truths behind K-drama's most iconic couples.